This Excel version of the Mathematics Vertical Articulation Tool, or the MVAT, was developed by the Appalachia Regional Comprehensive Center for the Virginia Department of Education through funding by the U.S. Department of Education. This free tool is intended to help educators throughout Virginia design intervention plans for students who are still working on demonstrating mastery of grade-level mathematics standards. This demonstration uses the 6th grade version, but all other grade-level versions have the same functionality. After downloading and opening the tool, please be sure to enable macros and enable content if you're prompted to do so. The spreadsheet uses macros to generate reports based on the data that is entered. These macros only operate using Windows Professional version and a version of Excel from 2013 or later. The MVAT opens to the sheet titled Directions, and that includes a complete set of directions for using this tool. Before using the tool, gather data for each student that will need an intervention plan. Gather previous assessment data that provides evidence of the level of proficiency with grade-level mathematics standards of learning. You might find this information from score reports from past mathematics standards of learning assessments, as well as from benchmark or milestone assessments, unit tests and quizzes, or other classroom formative assessments. The tool will generate a plan that shows the mathematics standards of learning that each student has or has not successfully demonstrated mastery of. Once you've gathered the data for each student, select the sheet titled 1 Interclass Data. Enter each student name and a Y or an N to indicate whether that student has or has not demonstrated mastery of each standard of learning. You can use the arrow keys to move through columns quickly when entering data. Additional information, such as anecdotal notes about student strengths or areas of unfinished learning, can be entered for each student at the final column of the data row. A list of student names from another file, such as an Excel spreadsheet or a gradebook program, can be copied and pasted into the MVAT tool, or you can enter each name individually. Data for every SOL number is not necessary to run the report. After entering the data, click the button at the top of the page titled Refresh All Data. This will automatically run reports and load the sheet titled 2, Create Student Report. Student data is confidential, so be sure to keep this file and any data with student names secure. Never share the data by email. Always use a secure method to transfer the file to a colleague. On the sheet titled 2, Create Student Report, select a student name from the top of the sheet to view the student's personalized intervention plan. The plan will include a list titled Student Strengths, sorted by standard of learning, as well as a list titled Students Unfinished Learning, indicating areas for growth. Under the list titled Students Unfinished Learning, there are hyperlinks to the algebra remediation plans on the VDOE website, which can be downloaded for use as an instructional material. Plans are aligned to the vertical articulation of content in which a student needs growth. There are also links to VDOE formative assessment items that can be used to monitor student progress on each SOL. Copy and paste the full URL into a web browser to download the remediation plans or formative assessment items. The formative assessment items and remediation plans were developed by mathematics teachers in Virginia with guidance from mathematics staff at the Department of Education. You and other educators in your division may wish to develop similar resources for regular classroom use. Each student's report can be saved as a PDF file or printed. Just note that because the report includes all the SOLs for each grade, multiple sheets of paper are required. These reports should be kept secure, but they may be shared with teachers, instructional coaches, administrators, or instructional aides who can use them to inform remediation efforts with students. There are 2 additional sheets in the MVAT tool, one titled SOLs and Descriptors, and another titled Algebra Readiness Plans. These sheets contain the complete list of standards and direct links to materials on the VDOE website. If the spreadsheet you have loses functionality, feel free to download an additional copy. We hope you find the MVAT tool and the many resources it links to helpful.